Oh, okay, nobody cares.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Round 2 LGCHL Predictions Show. I am your host, B Major, along with LGCHL managers and AGMs. We have AGM of the Niagara Ice Dogs, SGT Rolston. We have the GM of the Niagara Ice Dogs, Homely Simpson.
Hey guys, how's it going?
We have Kitchener Rangers GM CKX Wellfin.
Yeah, how's it going? Back
And
again?
last but not least, one of the people that we will be talking about their teams in this show, Marino Swag, GM of the Ottawa 67s.
What's going on, guys? How are you?
And AGM is Hussein Marie Greyhounds Vaden should hopefully be joining us shortly. I think he's having some technical difficulties. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started. Round 1. A lot of shocks, a lot of surprises, a lot of controversy, chirping, etc. So we want to touch up on round 1, and we're going to go ahead and talk about. We're going to save the best one for last and skip that one. We're going to start out with Kingston and Hamilton, which the Frontenacs took Hamilton 4-1 in 5 games. Pretty much no real surprise there. Well, Marino, I'll start with you on the east side. What's kind of the breakdown of all of this?
It was a 4-1 series going to Kingston. First game, Hamilton ended up pulling out a win 5-4. And then after that, Kingston really turned it on and ended with 4 straight wins. 3 of the 4 being real big blowouts, 7-1, 6-0, 10-3. The defense on that team on Kingston is unreal. Goalie and Immortal BMW really solidifies the back end there. I would say it was something we expected. I really didn't expect Hamilton to really pull anything out. Kingston deserved the win and deserved to go to the next round, so big ups to them on closing out the series 4-1.
Ralston, what about you?
Kingston's playing good all season. I mean, got the tops, and Hamilton, I just don't know if they went into the series prepared. Props to Kingston, and good luck next year, Hamilton.
Alright, and Wellfin, what did you think?
For the Hamilton-Kingston series, that's what we're talking about?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
Get with the show.
yeah. Yeah, no, I'm just now catching on to what we're talking about. Hamilton really, I guess, by the way this went, couldn't really stand a chance against this Kingston team, being one of the best teams right now in the OHL, with the matter of CHL. But at least you can go out with 1 game anyways in a playoff series. So.
Alright, Simpson, what'd you think?
Well, first I want to say good job and pretty good season to Hamilton. Czech did a pretty good job all season with that team. Playoffs, I just don't, game 1 they had it, and 4 straight by by Kingston. I just don't think. I don't know. I think it was just Kingston being Kingston and finally coming together and winning games. So.
Alright, next series, our very own Marino Swags Ottawa 67s pulling out a sweep against the Sudbury Wolves. Not necessarily surprised that Ottawa won, but I think that some people didn't necessarily see them necessarily sweeping the series. I know a lot of people had it going in 5 or 6, with Sudbury winning or stealing a game or 2. I think it's only right to start with the man himself, Marino, how the series went. What were your thoughts of your team taking the series home and forward?
It was honestly a good series. Before our show last week, I said before when we were off air that I thought it was going to be a 4-2 series because I don't predict my series on air. Mercy. But I was honestly surprised that we won 4-0. It was a really good team. I think I line matched really well against them to be able to pull 4 straight wins. Goaltending, Heels and Feisty, they both played well. offensively, defensively, we were really just firing on all cylinders. It was close. 3-4 win game 1, 4-2 win game 2. Really blew open the doors in game 3 with an 8-2 win, and then a 3-2 win in game 4. So it was majority a very close series. Doesn't respect to the Wolves keeping it very close. 4-0 series. It doesn't dictate how their whole season was. I think they did a really good job this season.
All right, and just joining us now, the AGM of the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhound Vodden. What's up, buddy?
What's up?
We were just talking about. We just wrapped up talking about the Hamilton Kingston series. Kind of talking about the Ottawa Sudbury series. Anyone else that kind of wants to put their input on that series, feel free to take the floor.
What series?
Ottawa versus Sudbury.
That's not cocky towards Ottawa here, but like, there is no way, no offense, Nasty, that you guys are pulling through in that series. Ottawa is way well-rounded, more team.
Well, I thought Lowlife was gonna pull out a win for them. That was about it, though.
They had a good close at the end of the season, and then they fell off the radar towards the end a bit more again.
The sweep actually kind of surprised me there. I figured it'd be at least a 4-2 series, and not a 4-0 series. I figured Sudbury would pull something out of their ass.
I honestly thought that was going to be a trap series for us. I thought that should have been a lot closer. So, I mean, I'm proud of my team that we were able to pull out a sweep, but I definitely thought that we would have had more problems than we should have.
Yeah,
Marino, good job with that, man. That sweep was, congratulations, man.
Yeah, thanks.
And that series, another thing I know is I was talking to Kobe about it. Kobe was playing goalie. He wasn't playing D.
I was very confused by that. I honestly thought that was a tactic they were doing with the substitutions, but apparently, obviously it wasn't. Very confused by that. Tuca played 1 game out of 4.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so if there's now final thoughts, I guess we can move on to the next series. Our next series here, just pulling the bracket back up real fast. Alright, our next series coming from LGCHL and the O. That's where we talked about the O. The Peterborough Pete's Darth winning their series 4-2 Mississauga. I know a lot of people had Peterborough winning that series in 5 or 6. Darby, we'll start with you, man. What was that series end up going into?
Honestly, in the beginning of that series, I thought it was going to go to a Game 7. Because in the very first game of all aces, I'll give him props, stood on his head in that. The kid literally was unbeatable. I was just shaking my head in the first game of that series. And then it was 2-2. We had to reschedule. And then I had to ECU for the Game 6 where we won it. And I was just thinking it's going to Game 7 no matter what, but it was a very hard-fought series in Mississauga for sure.
Alright, Vadi, what about you? You haven't really spoken too much in the show considering you just kind of got in. What did you think of this Peterborough-Mississauga series? 4-2, kind of seemed to be a lot of close games in that series, not many blowouts at all.
I don't think Vadi's here.
His girlfriend came into the room.
That's a great concept.
His girlfriend got really mad at him.
Yeah, his girlfriend was like,
Alright, we'll give it over to the Whale fan then. Whale fan, what did you think of this Mississauga Peterborough series?
This Mississauga series, I guess to begin with it's a pretty low-scoring series, with the exception of Game 3, with that Peterborough 5-3 win. But Mississauga definitely looked to have some fight in them. I mean, at least they were able to get a couple wins out of this series, and Peterborough able to shut these guys down.
Alright, anyone else got anything to say about this one?
I figured that game was going to go 7. Mississauga's been playing good all season long and everything. I figured, I really did. I picked that 7 games, and congratulations to Darth on getting it in 6.
Thanks. Oh, Batty's returned. You get his input on the series.
Hello, Batty.
I didn't see him yet. No, there he is. Now I'm clicking.
Well,
Someone
what's
let
up?
him out of his cage.
We're talking about my series.
Yeah, Peterborough,
Uh,
Mississauga, 4-2.
I mean, I thought Darth was gonna ruin it for his whole team, but hey.
Oh. Maddie, at least I didn't disappear mid-show. We already know your girlfriend walked in the room. Don't try to lie.
Alright. I was told I couldn't get on until now.
Shut up.
Oh, damn.
Oh,
Those whips are cracking.
Yeah. Dinner's gonna have to be bought by me tonight too. Son of a bitch.
Vaddy's sleeping on the couch.
No, fuck
Need a
that.
pillow, bro. Need a pillow.
Vaddy, did you have to have permission to accept your Player of the Week award this week?
I was told that the only reason I'm good is because I'm not good at anything else, so.
Was that from your girlfriend or the league?
Both.
Well, Trist asked me to stop embarrassing myself.
Oh, okay.
Both, actually. Both is the answer to that.
Alright, if anyone else has anything to say,
Get back
speak
to
now
the
or hold your peace.
What's the next series we got?
Kitchener, London. Sorry, we have DKX Wales sweeps. Kitchener Rangers fall
That's
to
pretty sweet.
London
Wales.
4-0 in a sweep. Obviously, not sorry, Whale fan, but no really surprised there. London, a solid team. Whale fan, what do you think kind of went wrong for you guys that series? I know London's solid, but do you think there's maybe a couple things could have done differently at all?
a lot of veterans ruined the experience for a lot of our prospects. Not a lot of our veterans, but a couple, by deciding to back out at the last second on a Sunday, causing us not to be able to make a roster move to replace them for the series, and then that came back to kill us. That, and I mean, our defense wasn't very, special or anything. But, I mean, at least Game 4, we were able to go out with something competitive to them with that 4-3 overtime loss. I mean, I'm pretty, I wanted to win that last one, Game 4, that way we had something to go out with. That way we would have had a Game 5 the next day. But, oh well. It's what it is.
Anyone else really have much to say about this one? Like I said, I don't really think there was a whole too much of a surprise with it. But, anyone else have anything to say?
I thought Wales
Yeah, I don't.
pull one out of it. Like, at least one. I wasn't expecting a sweep, but I already knew London was taking that series. But, like, I expected one win at least out of Wales.
I don't think Will could have kept his legs shut.
Oh, the call out.
Alright, you weren't the worst goalie
Switch
this
goals, though.
Yeah, you weren't the worst goalie.
Doubtful.
No, I'm kidding. Will. You beat us a few times this season, man.
Yeah, it's not good.
At least you got to the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's a hard first round though.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, London's a really solid team. That's a hard first round matchup right there.
Alright,
Yeah,
next
man.
series.
That's just.
Alright, next series then. Our next series, Windsor and Saginaw. We did kind of see a bit of a early shock. Windsor took the series lead 2-0.
I'm gonna make a bold statement real quick.
Saginaw came and took up the last 4.
Windsor probably could have pulled it off if
I
they
agree.
would line match better.
Yeah, that's actually something I was about to say too. They put their third line out for both games 3 and 4 against one of the better lines in the series.
No,
I don't
it wasn't
think
their first line. They double shifted, I think, Sneaky or Pastor's line against Nylander and Virtanen, yeah.
I thought that was the John the Wise one line if they double shifted for 3 and 4.
It might have been. I'm not sure.
I think it was that line. I'm not too sure. But anyways, Saginaw did take it 2-4 after having a slow start. I'm gonna give this one over to Marino. Marino, what did you think about this one? Like I said, Windsor started off really hot, but they kind of fell off at the end.
I feel bad for Windsor because the whole thing with Germaniac and stuff. This team could have been a lot better if they had better management in the beginning of their season. Also, with the line matching, it helps to have veteran managers. Line matching you might not think is that big of a deal. You might have an ego thinking that any of your lines can beat any other line, but you just got to line match better. Big shout out to them for winning too, but I think if with better line matching, I think it could have been closer. I think this could have been a Game 7 series, no doubt.
A huge shout out to Pastor Gaines, by the way.
Yeah,
He came into an absolutely shit situation with the old Germania fiasco over there, and he definitely made he made lemonade out of lemons for sure. I honestly at first was thinking they were going to win the series. To be honest, I think honestly with maybe a bit better line matching, they probably take out 7. But well, Ben, what did you think of this game? I know you're over there. Basking in the Patriots beating the Chiefs.
Yes, we are.
NFL fans out there.
Aside from the Patriots right now, we're gonna go for
Patriots
the Windsor series with Saginaw. Windsor came out and I believe honestly shocked the league, I could say, by winning the first 2 games. I know Saginaw was a little bit what was it, down after those 2 losses, but it's good that they came back and ended up setting them straight with 4 straight wins, taking the series 4-2. So it's a good job, Windsor, for being able, or not Windsor, Saginaw, for being able to be able to come back in the series and take upstairs.
Alright, anyone else got any comments on this Saginaw leader?
I thought Windsor was winning it. That's my highlight comment. When they went up 2-0, I was shaking my head. I was in awe. I thought Windsor was going to pull up an upset, for sure.
I was hoping they did.
I did too.
And I'm
I
gonna
think
say
a lot of people were.
I'm gonna say congratulations to Pastor, man. He kind of took over the same situation I did in Niagara, but he did what I was unable to do. He got to the playoffs, man. He got Saginaw. Saginaw was a tough first draw for him, but hey,
Yeah.
congratulations to him. But he good job for taking over from Germ, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely hope to see him back in future teams to come. I think that Pastor really has a great future in the league if he can continue to do things the way he did things last season. You have to remember, he didn't have any real control on who his players were necessarily. Like, sure, he could trade around, but Jerem almost was kind of trying to sabotage that team.
Yeah. But in Simpsons' defense, Snake dug a way bigger hole than Germ did, although Germ had all those reports against him.
Man,
I think Germ built a better team realistically than Snake did.
Yeah, he
If
did.
Snake fell apart earlier in the season, in all honesty, I think Simpson could have pulled it into the playoffs for sure.
Because it took him 3 weeks to actually get out of the league. Because he came out, then came back in, then came back out, and it kind of screwed him over a little bit after pretty much telling the team that they were giving up.
I'm also very confused.
He didn't say anything really. And you know, honestly, I wouldn't be. I don't think we would have been as successful. I honestly find that our season was successful. I mean, we won games, we were beating top teams, and you know, a couple forfeits, and you know, I think we'd have been in the playoffs. But I don't think I'd have been as successful if I didn't have Ralston and Nutmeg. Man, they busted their ass and did what they needed to do, especially Ralston and the stats. I appreciate that, and that was. But yeah. Germ had a little better of a team than Snake did. Snake took a core pretty much. He had Pillow, Marley, and Great One. You know, they were the top guys. You know, but we did what we could, and you know, the first thing that we did was I had to get rid of everything that Snake did. That's why I got rid of the Toxic Brothers, man. It was a tough decision to make, but me, Ralston, and Nutmeg all came to the conclusion. You know, we're going to build our team. We're not going to have anything left of Snake, and you know, I really do find our season successful. And Germ's, man, not Germ, but Pastor's season was real successful, getting in the playoffs, man. I give him props.
Alright, so we will move on to our next series. It was the Sarnia's thing, preseason cup champions playing the 3 seed Flint Firebirds. Flint winning that series 4-1. Sarnia just avoiding the sweep, which was, I believe, game 4 they won. Was it game 4? No, it was game 3. Game 3 they won 3-6. What did you guys kind of think of this series? I know pretty much everyone had fun winning this series. I personally didn't have a preference. I thought Sarnia would end up winning the series personally.
I'm gonna say it right
Bonnie,
now.
we'll start with you, because I know you had Sarnia taking it, so I'm curious what you think about this. You are here.
Who, me?
Yeah, I know you had Sarnia winning this series.
You chose Tarasenko over Flint?
Okay. It's actually, who's having a club in the background, by the way? Darth, you?
I'm not playing club. Dude, I'm literally
That's
sitting.
Marino.
Yo, this is like my last, I'm not gonna lie.
I have nothing in the background.
This is the last thing I get to say before I leave. My friend's literally downstairs waiting. I told him to wait 5 minutes.
Oh, that's a load of crap.
I swear to God.
You got places to be, my friend.
Yeah.
I actually, if you look at the games Sarnia played, they only lost one game by more than one goal. Once again proving Nylander will like to hear this. The Jared line is easily beatable, especially if you put a top team against them. I know this because I had them, and they couldn't beat top teams or top lines or anything. So that being said, I mean Sarnia almost took them out, and they're 6th seed, so. I think Sarnia actually could have pulled it out if they would have line matched better and probably would have scored a few more goals.
Yeah. If I make it through, dude, I'm honestly looking forward to playing that Jared line if they go through too. Who knows?
I mean, you go look at the games. Flint won by 2-1, game 1, 3-2, game 2. The Sting won 6-3 in game 3. Sting got blown out 12-5 because that was a line 3 matchup against Jared Doesn't surprise me. And in the clincher game, they won 5-4. So this is showing, like, I mean, Sarnia was in it the whole time. Also, I mean, I know Tarasenko's one to complain and bitch, but there was, I think in the handshake thread, there was a bunch of shit about how I was all fucked up at the end, so I don't know what that's about, but definitely interesting. A number 3 seed, only winning 3 other games by 1 goal.
I have a quick question. Is it a bad thing I didn't do a handshake thread? I did not feel the need to have them to do it.
I think the
That's horrible. That's horrible. That's shitty.
I think
Okay.
I always thought the person that loses.
Just so it doesn't add like insult to injury, you know what I mean? That's why I didn't make it. I didn't want to like add insult to injury and like make one and be like good game and shit. But I already told Aces myself personally. I messaged Aces, I said good series, played solid.
Yeah, usually it is the losing team that does do it.
Yeah, okay.
But I guess there is a waiting period where like tomorrow, like the next day, nothing happens. You might as well just put one up.
Yeah, I PM'd them just to be safe.
Because I mean, at the end of the day, at least you look like the better person. If they don't put one up, at least you put one up. You know, you just cover your bases.
All right. Anyone else got anything to say about this one Sarnia one?
No.
I got something, man. That defense. I said it before and I'll say it again. The defense for Flint, man, that's gonna be the game changer for anything. Like they've got a solid defensive core, and they got Jerdubs. He's Jerdubs, but you know, I'd watch out for them coming next series. If they get their shit together, I think they're gonna be pretty good.
If I may speak, you gave them their defensive core. Partly, didn't you?
Yeah, this is all your fucking fault. I would have been 3rd if it wasn't for your ass.
Well, like
that was our biggest mistake.
That really was. We
gave one of our centers the benefit of the doubt that when shit hit the fan, and instead of shipping him, we shipped them, which we never should have done. We learned the hard way of not going on.
Well,
some people, because he literally lost us more games than anything.
I also heard some stuff when Snake was, in the league, that those 2 defensemen might have an attitude problem.
Oh, yeah, that was the other reason why we got rid of them.
They do.
Rishkoy,
God. Don't get me started on Rishkoy. Rishkoy's good, but he is the cockiest motherfucker.
I don't want to shit talk people, but like, if there's anyone that could probably have the same attitude, it'd probably be like Tarasenko and Tiny. So,
Alright, so
that's.
Let's move on before we
we're going to move on now.
Let's move on.
We're going to go ahead and move on now before Bobby starts shit talking and then we have shit going on and he gets threatened to get his ass kicked. Different story. Anyways, next series, I'm not going to speak on it. I don't think Bobby is either. But Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds pulling out a 4-0 sweep against Owen Sound Attack.
I actually will talk about it. I'll let everyone else go first.
I'm going to let Marino go first. I know he has something to say about this, but he was waiting for this one specifically. So, Marino, I'm going to give you the floor here. Go ahead and take it away, my good friend.
I just want to say this. I've maybe talked to Mercy twice in my entire time here in the league. I know back in the AHL he was a top 10 goalie. If you were going to say you're going to make it to the Final Four, please do not get swept in the first round. Like, that is, like, 101. Like, and if you didn't notice in this show, nobody talked about their matchups first round. And that's because if you talk about your matchups first round and you blow it, you have to respond after the fact. Just be quiet. Just say it's going to be a good series and just leave it at that. Now you have to sit there and have to deal with the fact that you got swept on top of the fact you thought you were going to make it to the semis.
Let me give Mercy this, though. I just want to go ahead and say this publicly because even Doghouse was giving Mercy so much shit. Like, in the thread, in Doghouse, everyone was giving Mercy so much shit for predicting that series and then getting swept. Although, I do want to give Mercy a shout, because he actually sent me a message after Game 4 saying that, giving mad props to us and saying it was a great series and all that. Really respectful stuff after the series. So he didn't take the coward's way out saying, oh, it was lucky, it was bullshit, if this, that, and another happened, we would have won, like I said, or anything like that. I just want to give him props on that, because I know everyone's giving him shit.
I mean, realistically,
really
if he didn't do that to you, then he just looks like a bigger asshole for not only saying that he's going to make it that far, and then get swept, and then jaw about getting swept. I mean,
you just getting swept, but
after that happens, you really can't say anything after that. I mean, I'm not trying to be an asshole. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean about it, but don't say you're gonna make it this far and then not even win a game in the first round. Like,
you wanna know what I found really funny? Is all season the Doghouse guys have been like, they've been running their mouth a bit here, getting all cocky, and both their teams are out in the first round. They're gone. No more Doghouse. They're gone.
Doghouse.
Well,
I mean, technically, technically,
part of the Doghouse is out, but
The
technically,
whole Doghouse is out.
Greasy and Bogey are still there.
Okay.
yeah, Greasy and Bogey are still there. So
You know what?
And
I
we'll get to Bogey
in my
series
defense,
here.
I never addressed the situation of me getting called a douchebag by Greasy, but I don't like him, so I don't count him as a part of this conversation.
Yeah.
A bit of a sensitive time.
hold on, what's Greasy's team is who again?
Not important to you.
He's in the queue, isn't he?
I'm just gonna say this right now.
Okay,
No
then
matter,
why the fuck are we talking about the queue?
Hold on.
no matter who wins in the queue, the
fucking-
queue is not gonna win. The queue.
I can-
No, whoever comes out of the O is gonna win this.
You know what I love more than anything is when people fucking make predictions about teams that never fucking played.
Alright,
Yeah.
alright, we're gonna go ahead and get on.
Yeah.
Hey.
By the way, man,
We need to get into the other
good job.
series. We gotta get into the other series.
Can I say one final thing?
I get the floor now to
Can I
talk
say one final thing real quick?
Yeah, go ahead, Darth. Go ahead.
All right,
well,
Major. Not to. We already had a back and forth discussion, and I'm pretty sure you and I can come to an agreement that you never won a playoff series.
Very true. Very true. This is true.
Never played. Okay, that's the bottom line. Vodnin played. Okay, so that counts for him. That doesn't count for you.
Hold on. I got half my fucking season's point totals in one night.
Shit.
I'm really happy about it, guys.
Hey, well, I do want to contradict your point though, because
Yeah,
I have two things to say. Let me move on.
Yes, when you already
First
said
off.
mutual understanding.
Wait. I just want to rebuttal there on your point.
Major, wait one second. I have a question for you. Answer this question, and I'll let you rebuttal.
Sure.
Did you have any points in those series?
In what? I'm on IR.
Yeah, exactly. So technically you had 0 points, which means you contributed 0, so technically you didn't win it, the team won it.
No, I have a rebuttal.
Major, you can't take Major, you can't take credit for this. You didn't play.
I'm not taking credit for this, but I'm going to. I have a good reason to rebuttal it. Me and Vadi both helped build the team that won the series.
Doesn't matter. Did you play?
But we both helped. I couldn't play.
Did you play?
I had no way to play. I couldn't play. It was
Well, maybe if you got good grades in school, you'd play.
My grades are fine. It was out of my control. My grades are fine. I had other shit that was going on. That was beyond my control. And Vadi can back that up, actually.
Oh, that's a horse.
Daddy can't back anything up. His girlfriend might get mad, okay?
Yeah, watch out for that. Vadi's girlfriend. He didn't ask permission.
Girlfriend rules everything, man. I can't talk unless she gives me permission. So.
Yeah, she has not said he can talk.
Did she tell you could talk then?
No. I have to be
then
quiet.
Why are you talking?
Why are you talking?
Somebody's gonna go into Forbes and talk shit on you now.
Anyways, we're going to go ahead and move on. This is
Actually, hold on.
You have that agreement, right?
Oh, hold on.
Then we're moving on seriously.
You agree, right?
So long.
All I care is that you agree, and then we can close this.
Hold on, yes. I would just like to give a shout out to our team. Just the motivation's been great, so thank you guys.
Yep, shout out to
Hashtag Huskies Rock.
Hey, good job, Suf. Y'all did a hell of a
SSM
job.
underdogs.
Alright, anyways, we had to make the best for last. The number 1 versus number 8 seed North Bay President's Cup winning battalion playing the 8 seed Barry Colts with Bogey and Mitty and Clutch Jamesy. And who would have expected this? Barry coming out on top 4-3 in Game 7, which was commentated live. If you missed it, feel free to go to the LeagueGaming.com YouTube channel and you can see the whole analysis, wrap-up game, etc. May I just speak?
It was horrible. Nobody watched.
That Game 7 was amazing, and Barry, a shout-out to them
No
for
doubt,
doing
man.
the impossible. I'm gonna give the floor to Whalefair because he has talked very little besides trying to talk shit to me. So I'm gonna give you the floor. What did you think? What did you think of this series?
Facts. We're talking about facts, Major. Okay, this is the realistic of this thing. Anyways, shit. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. Basically, I'm gonna sum it up this way. Game 6 and 7. North Bay had this 2-minute penalty, then there was back and forth arguing about lagouts, and then it hurt Barry in Game 6, and then in Game 7, where, what was it, North Bay, I believe, had that lagout in Game 7, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was North
Barry came back from a 2-goal deficit to win, and that's kind of revenge to North Bay in a way, so I think, it's more of bad karma going against them that caused them to lose the series. I was surprised, going to admit that, because Bogey has some bad blood with me. I don't understand why, but we'll go into that another day. But
Bogey likes to talk shit.
Yeah, we all know that. That doesn't matter. What matters is that he got past it with a goalie that actually was, I think, most of the league recommended not to play in Game 7, which luckily ended up pulling out Game 7.
Well, sorry, go ahead. I'll talk after you. Sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to. Well, I'm sorry.
No, dude, it's no sweat. Don't worry about it. But anyways,
I love you, boo.
anyways, Alright, well, with NYC, he ended up coming back better after that loss in Game 6, which made him better for that game. It probably was a good reason to play him to redeem himself that night, although it wasn't partially his fault. I mean, the Barry defense wasn't all that's, we saw that Game 6, I'm pretty sure a lot of you have, and that Barry defense was nothing to really, it wasn't really that special of a defense. 8 goals just wasn't, or 8 or 9 or something like that, just wasn't that great. But anyways, good job to Barry. Let's see if they can knock down the number 2 seed now.
All right, Simpson, if you're here, you want to talk on this one?
Yes.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Man, that was after Twisted just was Swiss cheese in Game 6. Man, that series was going to come down to him. I didn't expect it to go 7. I really didn't. I expected. Excuse me. Let me get my train of thought. Been drinking a little bit.
You're here.
But really, I didn't. North Bay's been strong all season. Sharp built a great team, and President's Cup. They I really didn't expect it. But the Midi Colts, as I called them, pulled it out, man. I gotta give it to them, and I gotta give it to Bogey. They really did play their asses off, man. And Twiz, he came out and was just. They had a lag out. I think it was it North Bay's lefty that lagged out in the first, and North Bay was up 2-0, had every bit of momentum in Game 7, and after that lag out and the restart, it just Twiz was lights out, and what are you laughing at, Megan?
You're kind of getting photo bombed behind you there.
Oh, I know. He wants to be on YouTube,
I do
so.
not want to be on YouTube.
But no, man, like I said, Twiz was lights out, and what I noticed the most, Barry was forcing cross creases left and right in the first period of Game 7, and North Bay in the zone they were getting Twiz moving, so they had him moving, had him all fucked up and everything, and they were scoring, and then it's like a big role reversal. North Bay North Bay started forcing cross creases, and it was Barry who was getting. I think it was Borko that was in net, I believe. Yeah, it was Borko in net.
Yeah.
Borko was just all over the place, and Barry took advantage. And
this year too, which was kind of not something that we saw very common for him to play like that. He was one of the better goalies, like him, Morley, BMW, Starksy. A lot of those guys were top goalies. That's not something we see often from Borko.
Yeah, no, Borko got, North Bay started forcing cross creases, and when you force the cross crease, man, your defense steps up, and it's there, and then that last goal, Mitty's got his little picture, and it just shows the defense practically hugging each other for North Bay. It was just, I got to give it to him, man. Barry's a team to look out for. Kingston's going to have their hands full.
By the way, I got a note from a Barry source saying, in quote, that Mitty only won 2 of the games in that series and isn't even top 5 in points for the record, wink face. This from an unnamed Barry Colts source. So that's out there now. But I completely agree. That series was amazing, especially that game. It was so tight. And like you said, I think the lag out just absolutely killed them.
Yeah. I just want to pick up on that. Not to take anything away from Barry, but if that lag out doesn't happen, they lose. Like that game's over.
Not necessarily. It's 2-0 EA. It's very unpredictable. We saw the same thing happen when North Bay lagged out in Game 6.
I think the momentum carries over with. I mean, I'm not taking anything away from Barry. Barry, I predicted them not to even win a game, and shout out to Bogey for putting a team together that was able to win an 8-1 series. But I think because of the lag out, they were able to settle down in between.
Yeah, calm down and breathe.
Yeah. Another thing I noticed, and I'm basically, giving tips to Barry's defense. That first period, they might as well have just been hugging their goalie. They just kept backing up, and I think they figured out that they needed gap control, and the gap control was a big part of the second and third period.
Well, can we also say this, that North Bay's defense did not play like North Bay's defense?
No, they
didn't. Not at all.
They didn't.
Not at all. After that lag out, not at all.
They played like TC shit.
Mm-hmm. And, I mean, I talked about it in the round 1 predictions. I basically said if Barry wants to win, they need to test Borko, because Borko doesn't even know if he's good or not, if it's a defense in front of him or it's him. I think that showed throughout the series that if they were able to get shots on Borko and get high percentage chances that they were going to be able to win the series, and they did.
I like Borko too, but
I manage Borko. Borko is a good guy. He's a good friend of mine,
I'd hate to say this, but like I think Tatar, also another good goalie.
Mm-hmm.
He was called up for that series,
and
their third line really shit the bed. Like this only proves that even with a shitty, like an okay third line, you can win a playoff series. The team doesn't have 3 lines, and that just shows you. I mean, you got to build a team from top to bottom.
Yeah, and with Borko's this is his first season as goalie. You know, Barry's going to have a big problem with Kingston having a veteran goalie to play against in Immortal BMW. I think that's going to be very hard.
If I can also
very
add
hard.
Very hard. Something I noticed about North. One thing I like on it was earlier games and then also in Game 7 is when they get a lead, they coast too much. Like they allow themselves to just like sit back and coast on a 2-0 lead. And I noticed a lot where, and I'm not trying to like throw anybody on the bus, but I noticed like Puggles, man, just holding the puck way too much in the offensive zone, not moving around the defense, not like getting Barry moving around very much, and just waiting on a certain shot or certain someone to be open, or him just to take the shot at the goalie, and it, to me, it put them in a bad rhythm of you're going to get scored on because you're just going to be looking for one thing instead of looking for more options. And
yeah, Puddles in Game 6.
Well, Game 6, Game 7, a couple of games earlier, like they just, you can't hold the puck and expect that you're just going to get the goalie or the defense to move around. You got to move the puck around.
It's nothing to take away from Puggles. Puggles is good, but I mean he's just like Rawson said, holding the puck and trying to force stuff that's not there is what really killed them.
Yeah, because I saw their defense like very backed up on top of their goalie, and their defense just sitting at the blue line and just going, "What are we doing?" And then when the puck actually went back to them, there was breakouts. You know, you got to keep.
I'm gonna piggyback that too. Is one, I there's something to be said about internet hockey, and it is internet hockey at the end of the day. But you do have to be like. You have to be ready for Game 7s. I mean, and they obviously weren't. I mean, you got to take shots when you got the shot, even if it's
exactly.
Off it. I mean, you gotta take your opportunities when you get them. And I didn't watch the game personally, but knowing kids that play like that, you gotta just take shots. And sometimes the opportunist will definitely win those games, and I think Barry did that. They took anything they got, and I think they scored a lot of goals off that.
Exactly. Barry took advantage of what they had.
Yeah.
Barry exploited the defense and just what was it? 5-2, 4-2, 5-2.
Well, there's something to be said too about the defense that played the game for North Bay. Newell Legat is probably an NHL defenseman on any other day other than that day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the North Bay defense. I mean,
and that's what it means to show up for a Game 7. If you don't show up,
Yeah.
Like they were there first period.
The first period was great for North Bay.
As soon as the lag-out happened, it feels like their mindset was, we're up 2-0. All we have to do is keep them from scoring.
Yeah.
Instead of, hey, let's destroy them. Let's fucking keep,
And they had the line to fucking destroy Barry too. Like, I don't know why they didn't.
Like that's what I'm saying.
And North Bay lost that game. Barry didn't win.
Yeah.
No, North Bay beat themselves.
Yeah, you could have said that before that Game 7 even started. It was, you had the top seed going to Game 7.
It's
their game to win, their game to lose.
Split up their top line, and they probably win in 5.
Yeah.
And I just want to point something out personally. If you think about this is something that was not spoken at all of. I'm looking at the statistics of this Game 7 right now. North Bay went 0 for 2 on the power play, while Barry won a perfect 2 for 2. One that made it a 1-goal game, and 1 goal that gave Barry the lead. And also, North Bay took 10 shots, and Barry took 9. So this is saying right here that after the first period, North Bay's offense just plain
Barry
struggled to
scored.
generate.
Well, like I said, North Bay's offense was forcing the
At the end
cross
of the day,
crease.
Barry.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all you saw in the offensive zone for North Bay was cross crease, or trying to play her behind the net and wrap around. And, you know, that's when NYC Twisted, he knew the cross crease was coming and was playing it great, man. The Barry defense was showing up. It's just, like, I'm like everybody else, man. I'm surprised by this series. I really am.
It's not even Barry that won. It's the sad part. It's
North Bay.
North Bay fucked
Dude,
themselves.
when you come out
North
of
Bay
game
doing
6,
predictable shit.
But dude, when you come out of game 6, beating them 10-5,
And
then turn right around and like try to coast game 7.
No. It's not only that. It's not only that. You shut down Middy's line in game 4. You shut down Middy's line in game 4, and you lose.
Hell, my fourth line shut down Mitty.
Right. It's
my third.
You gotta focus. I mean, it's obvious that North Bay lost their own game here.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. They had the series. They underestimated Barry. They allow themselves to just basically get beat in a 7-game series that it went all the way to 7 games. To me, there's no excuse for it. Except for that.
Sharp, if you're watching this, man, it's nothing to take away from you. You had a hell of a season.
No, the
President's Trophy.
whole of North Bay.
But at the end of the day, though,
exactly.
You need to win. You need to win when it matters the most.
This isn't
a President's Trophy. You know, is nothing compared to not getting out of the first round of the playoffs.
Which is why I laugh about kids that try to go for the President's Cup, but it doesn't.
It's almost as relevant as winning the preseason. If you don't win your first round of playoffs when you have the President's Cup, it's pointless.
Which is something I've personally always believed in that. I've always told my previous teams, look, I don't give a shit how you've done in the regular season. In the end, it's all amount on how you do in the playoffs. That's why most people always say that realistically, it's not how you got in the playoffs, it's that you are in the playoffs. Because obviously, Barry, they didn't have a spectacular regular season. Let's be honest. But they came in and beat the team that won the President's Cup and probably was projected to win the whole Memorial by a lot of people.
Yeah, like this isn't soccer. Like it does, you know. You get the 8th seed, the 3rd seed, the 4th seed, you can still win the championship. This isn't soccer. You don't play a whole regular season, get the top seed, and then you automatically
just coast, right?
Yeah, like soccer. You get the 1st seed, you win the whole league. Like this isn't soccer. No.
We got
and honestly, Barry. I'm gonna say one thing. Barry came together, and I honestly believe that Barry's gonna be scary.
Yeah.
No, Barry should be scared. Barry just Kingston should be scared.
Yeah.
All
right, maybe let's go. Move on.
That's the series we're getting into. Actually, it's the first series on the bracket. Barry, who we just probably talked about for 15 minutes, going up against Kingston. Immortal BMW, another great goalie that Barry is going to have to face. Somebody that him and Borico, baby, put as probably 2 of the best goalies in the O. What do you guys think of the series? Strong offense versus strong offense. A defense that hasn't really been talked about to a dominant defense, and okay goaltending to solid goaltending. We're going to go ahead and go to Marita. What do you think of the series?
I think this will be a close series, but I think having the defense of Kingston and having the goaltending in Kingston, I think it'll honestly be harder than the first series that Barry had to deal with. I think Barry can honestly take this to another Game 7 series, but in the end of the day, I think Immortal BMW and 49er, they can pull out some wins. I think it'll go Game 7, and I think Kingston wins it.
All right, Wilson, what do you think?
With this series, Kingston and Barry, I think Kingston might be able to get shut down by this Barry squad, and it could go to a Game 7 and get back on a live being covered live by media for Game 7. Very well think that. you know, how this previous series went. I think if Barry can shut down the first seed, they can shut down the second seed. It'll only be
Barry
easier
winning
for
this?
them if they're knocking down these good seeds.
I'm gonna disagree. I'm
gonna.
What's up?
Are you saying Barry's gonna win over Kingston 7?
I mean, it's up in the air, honestly. But if Barry wants to really go to the third round, they're really gonna have to work for it.
All right, I'm gonna go next.
Yeah, you go ahead, Bob.
Okay, one, I'm just gonna compare North Bay and Kingston real quick. Kingston has a solid team all around. They're not just top scorers; they have all-around team.
Don't forget the
great
Jack.
Great defense, and they have okay forwards. And they're all friends over there. I think if Kingston brings the chemistry that they have all season and they play smart and don't underestimate, I have Kingston in 5.
I'm gonna disagree with you.
What about you?
I gotta disagree. Barry, that big confidence booster beating number 1 and 7 really is gonna be the factor in this one. And
My
they
question
got
to
number
you
2.
Is Bogey's a cocky person? The whole team is very cocky.
Bogey is cocky as a motherfucker. I'm not gonna lie. Bogey's a cocky motherfucker.
Gotta think about it. Is he too cocky? Does he think he's gonna beat everybody now? And does that lose the
Well,
game?
I mean, realistically, he thought he was going to beat anybody regardless.
Yes, I agree with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say the confidence booster beating the number 1 President's Trophy winner. I think Barry's gonna win this in 6. I really believe it. I think Twisted after him showing his ass in Game 7, man, and just stopping practically everything that he had. I got Barry in this series in 6. I just
Wow.
I really do. I really do. I mean, Kingston's good. There's no way around it. Kingston's good, but I really do. Barry with his Barry's got a shitload of confidence.
See, I'm gonna shock you here. I think Kingston's been a better team than North Bay all season.
They have. They really have.
I agree with that, actually. I really do.
I think Kingston, like I said, like we said, the defense lost, and the offense lost the game for North Bay. The chemistry that Kingston has, I don't think Barry wins. I mean, I like Barry. I like the guys on him. Nothing against them. I mean, I'm buddies with their goalie. I'm buddies with Bogey. I just don't think. I mean, you put compared to North Bay where they don't have a third line, Kingston has 3 lines that are very good, and their defense. I mean, shit. I take their third pairing and probably put them second pairing on my team. So
the reason why I disagree with you there is hell. I was beating Kingston, and I'm not. I mean, the games were pretty close. One game wasn't close. I beat them 7-1, 3-1, and I was beating Kingston. And that's why I say that. I mean, I was beating Kingston's top lines.
But out of every series, Kingston smacked the shit out of Hamilton. Like, they lost one game.
It's Hamilton.
Hamilton's
Hamilton.
Team.
It's checking Hamilton. I'm sorry.
I understand Hamilton's weak, but out of every series, there's a lot of weak teams. Flint probably should have won by a lot more than they did against Sarnia.
I'm surprised Flint didn't win more.
Owen,
Yeah,
no offense to Owen, I like him and all, but they probably should have scored more against us.
I agree with that.
Smacked the living
and I agree
shit
with that,
out of
but
Hamilton. I mean, there were over 3 goals more than Hamilton had. And on top of that, how many goals did Hamilton score in that series?
I don't. I'm looking at the series actually right now. 5-4. They scored 5 in game 1, 3 in game 2, 1 in game 3, 0 in game 4, and then 3 in game 5. So yeah, they scored 12 goals.
Okay. I mean, and how many?
No, 14 goals. 14 goals.
And how many did Kingston score? And that's
Kingston
the thing. It's like,
scored. Let me see. 10. They scored 20. No, they scored 33 goals.
Okay, and North Bay's a regular season team. They only have 2 lines at work. So I mean, you go up against Kingston with 3 great lines of defense, and honestly, they have 3 goalies, and their TC could probably come up and play time. And I just don't see Barry winning more than 1 game in this.
I really disagree with you there.
I honestly, I mean, taking nothing away from Barry and in the way I see Kingston, if Kingston does what North Bay didn't do, and that is don't underestimate Barry, play solid in all three lines, and just basically don't give Barry a chance to be in any of the games, I honestly think that they can win it in 6. I don't think they're not going to sweep, and I don't think they're going to. I think Barry's going to take at least 2 games.
I'm gonna go ahead and say
But it's
my
going to be
prediction
really
here.
close.
I think Kingston has a better team defense, but I don't think it goes as soon as everybody thinks. I think Barry can pull out a couple. If it's EA, if it's just better
That's what I'm saying.
playing, you know. But in the end of the day, I think Kingston will come out with it.
I'm gonna say my prediction here. I think it'll be Kingston in 7. The only reason why I do say that is because, as much as I hate to say this, this is no disrespect to North Bay. They are an absolutely great team this season. But realistically, I think everybody was. I've been saying this since day one. I think everybody really has been underestimating Kingston. I've honestly thought that Kingston probably was a better team than North Bay and would beat North Bay in 5 or 6 if they did play the series. That's just my personal opinion. But realistically, Barry's playing a much better defense. And I think that they will definitely have some extra motivation coming off that last series, and I think they'll have some motivation because there's been chirping going on literally the day after they beat North Bay. There's been chirping going on between the two teams.
You mean the minute after they beat North Bay?
Yeah. But we're going to go ahead and move on. I'm going to say Kingston 7. Next series, Peterborough and Marino. We did have both GMs here, which was interesting. Marino, I'm assuming you don't want to speak on your series. We're going to go ahead and go to Simpson. What do you think of this one?
Oh, man, the Petes and the 67s. Man, I honestly don't know. I think this is going to go 7. I think it's going to be a good series. Oh, man.
Now, what else to you is going to go to Game 7? Are all the second-round games going to Game 7?
Well, it's better. It's better. I mean, it's better.
Well, this means it's going to be a better match. It's a really good matchup between the people.
This really is. This is
7. I mean, to be honest, you got two teams that can score. They
got defense. I mean, good defense. Yeah.
Goaltending not to be, taken lightly. Their defense can step up and do what needs to be done. I mean, you're looking at 2 solid teams that to be matched up in this round is probably going to be, to me, one of the most exciting matchups in the series or the playoffs.
What's your prediction?
I think it goes to 7. I believe that the 67s could take the Petes in 7. I really do.
Nothing against you, Darth, but I'm with Ralston and the Pete and excuse me, the 67s in 7. It's gonna be a close series.
From there, I think the 67s are going to go ahead and get them in 7 too. To be honest with you.
I'm gonna make a different prediction here. I like Marino and I like Ottawa. From what I hear, they just got Tanaka and Delosh back on Peterborough, which automatically improves their defense a whole lot. Starsky really played well against Mississauga, and from what I think, if Paulie can pull out 2 wins and not lose one like he did against Mississauga, I'm going to take Peterborough in 7.
Well, fam, what about you?
I'm going to go, now you guys are all going with Game 7s. I am going to break that streak. Easily you've mentioned that Peterborough is getting players back, right?
You're a Brooklyn Nets fan. You don't have a say.
You're getting Delosh back and Tanaka.
Yes. Okay. So these are 2 different players that may have not played with this Peterborough team.
They played with them since regular season. They got, I think, Delosh, something happened with his internet, and Tanaka was called up. He just got sent back down, from what I hear.
Okay. Yes. So they've been out for maybe X amount of weeks. It depends. But You know, they may have not even have been able to play with that Peterborough team, so it might take a little bit to find their groove and back in the CHL. To be quite honest, with one of them being an internet issue and one of them being in the AHL, you know, that could affect your team a little bit. You know, having to adjust to a new guy coming in and um, and being able to get 4 wins right off the bat. I think it is going to take them a while to actually produce. They're going to have to practice, I think, to be honest, because those are 2 new guys that are going to have to get into the system in Peterborough right away and know what's up.
What's your prediction?
So in my opinion, I think Ottawa is the team that looks to be more set in this case. And I'm going to go with Ottawa in 6.
Alright, so we'll move on to the next series. I'm not going to speak on it. Body, I swear if you do, I will come through this computer and punch you. It'll be Sault Ste. Marie, the 4 seed, versus the London Knights, the 1 seed. I'm not going to say anything, Body. Like I said, I swear if you do, I will come
Major, will you play in this round?
No,
I
he's on
can't
IR.
play in this round.
Oh,
like I
geez.
said,
Why can't you play, Major?
I can't really get into that, to be honest with you.
He's out. He's probably out until late January, early February.
Yeah, so I probably will be out till 3rd round.
He's got a hamstring injury.
He tore his ACL. This is the new era for us guys.
Yeah,
It's a lower body injury.
but on the real, I can't really
That
necessarily get
Pornhub's
my
in
personal reason. But I'm gonna go over to Simpson. What do you think of the series? Or actually, no, I'll go over to Marino because he didn't get to talk last time. So Marino, what do you think?
Go ahead. I'll go after you.
All right. I think this is a better matchup against London. I'm just going to go out and say right now, I think London wins. But I think London will actually lose in this series. I think it goes 6. I'll go 6. I think you're able to pull out 2 wins. But at the end of the day, I think London ends up taking it. London, like we've been saying since day 1, they just play a style of hockey that everybody should play but doesn't. And it's a very good system that they run, I think. They move the puck well in the offensive zone and force you to make mistakes that they capitalize on.
All right, Simpson, what do you think?
I'll give it 6.
Oh man, I'm with Marino. I say 6. I say Sue figures out a way to win 2 games, but London's just playing damn good hockey right now. I mean, yeah, I can't say much, but London in 6.
Rolston?
I honestly hate to make this prediction because I really don't want to take away from one team, but the way that the other team's been playing is just lights out hockey, and honestly feel like the Knights are going to take this in 4-1.
All right.
It's nothing against Sault Ste. Marie, and I just think the Greyhounds may be a little overmatched in this game. I could be wrong. I hope I am. I hope it goes to like 7 or 6, but I just feel like I think London's just going to take it.
All right, last but never least, Whale fan, what's your prediction?
SSM London. In regards to that series, if SSM can do what they did to whatever they did to Owen Sound, if they can keep that going, you know, this could very well be a competitive series. What is there? I haven't checked the SSM scores in depth more, but
Don't pay attention to me on the top player thing. That doesn't actually happen in real life. I don't know what happened last week. That's a joke.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I think that London, you know, this is going to be that test for them to prove that they could be a memorial team. You know, I wouldn't say they are just yet, but I think this is a test for them to, if they can't get this team done or finish them off in like 5 or 6, then maybe that's a different thing, you know. It's a whole different story. So
What's your
honestly, I'm gonna go with London in 5.
Yeah.
Not trying to, be bitter about that,
Yeah.
but
No, man, it's all good. All
I'm
good.
just,
Like,
I'm
in
just
the
gonna say
end,
that.
predictions are predictions. Like,
I'm
I
just
don't
gonna
blame
say
you.
something. I'm just gonna say something again before we move on. If Sault Marie can play a good team defense and play good zone defense, keep everything to the outside, and not let their forwards crash in the middle, and you're able to break up everything in front of the net, I think you guys can keep close. But that team's too fucking good.
Yeah.
Too good.
Yeah, well, I do want to say one thing, and I'm not going to get into
Go.
the series at all. I'm just saying, London's a good team. I shout them out on a great season. I much respect for them. Guys, solid team. I'm looking forward to it. Anyways, our last and final series, it'll be Flint versus Saginaw, 2 versus 3. This is probably going to be one of the most, if not the most, entertaining series of them all. If you don't mind me go ahead throwing my prediction out, I think Saginaw. It all depends on whether they can get past that defense in Flint. Like even Simpson was calling it since last week that Flint's defense is a monster. Saginaw has a monstrous offense as well. I think honestly, I know it's going to sound really weird, but I think it's going to come down to whoever has the best goaltending in this one. I think the Saginaw is going to take this one in 6, just because I think that the offense and the goaltending, if it can mesh together, I think it'll be able to handle Flint in 6. So we're going to move on to Marino here.
I actually just found out that Rowdy is going to stay at wing for the series, which is huge.
That's
I
huge.
think. I think that definitely changes everything. I think it goes 7, and again, I also think it goes to goaltending. That's going to win this. Also, defense. I'm actually curious who is going to replace Rowdy at defense. I think it's actually going to be Lanky, is what Rowdy's texting me now. I think this is probably. I think this is going to be the best series of the entire round. Kingston and Barry. I think it's going to be a really good series too. But I think Saginaw pulls it out. Flint has been a good team all year. I didn't think that they would keep it as close as they did in the first round against the Sting, but I think having Rowdy on the wing changes things drastically. I think they end up coming out with a win.
I'm gonna
What
say
series are we? Hold on, I'm sorry, guys. What series are we talking about now?
Flint.
Saginaw
versus
Flint.
Saginaw.
what's going on with your camera there, Simpson?
Yeah, he's sideways.
Yeah, you're sideways.
Dude, this is what I had to deal with all season as a GM. A fucking
Shut your
sideways
whore mouth,
mother
Ralston. No, you
that
did not.
doesn't know what the hell is going on. I have to do everything for this mother. So
Yeah, you did everything. You did everything. You did everything. Playing that horrible defense. Only thing you're good at is center.
Hey,
as an enforcer.
Alright, Body, what's your call of this series, man?
I'm gonna make a bold prediction real quick. So Flint and Saginaw, it's not even gonna matter about their top 2 lines. They're Vertanen and Nylander and the Jerdubs line. They're actually equal. They played. Jerdubs played on our team against Saginaw. We beat them in the last 5 seconds of a game. On a shit goal. It's actually gonna depend on the second and third lines in this series. I played Flint. Our team's played Flint. Their second and third lines aren't fantastic. So it's really going to depend on Saginaw's Pack and the Greens line with either Breather and all them. I actually think that Saginaw has a better defense than Flint does. I think they have a more veteran defense, and they played in LG longer and know how to play sixes.
I disagree.
I don't know. Have you ever seen Sprangy play? They got Sprangy. Sprangy is a solid defenseman. He's played in this league for a very long time. They have
the only reason why I disagree is because I gave Flint their defense.
Yeah, I don't know. Saginaw's been on top all season, so they're not coasting, and they're still going hard. I think it's actually going to be Saginaw in 5. I think that Flint kept it too close, and I think that shows. Sarnia was an easy team to beat for most teams this season. They got hot at the end because a lot of people.
That's bullshit.
Okay, well, some teams, a lot of these
I was
playoff
about to
teams
say.
played Sarnia, and I mean, with our second and third lines, and I mean, we could beat them. And I think they got hot because they were facing third lines there at the end. The Western Conference is a very hard division. Everyone was tight. I think that Saginaw has a better offense, and they can score more goals, and also more veteran defense. I'm going to say it in 5 because Flint just doesn't. Their second and third lines aren't great. And they kept it way too close in Sarnia for me to believe in them.
Simpson, I know you were saying you disagreed with Vaughn there. I'm gonna let you go ahead and say your rebuttal here because I'm interested.
I'm
to
gonna
see
say
what
it
you have
again,
to say.
and I may be on the Flint bandwagon, but that the defense that Flint has, it's all the games are gonna be close, but it's gonna be a repeat of round 1, and Flint's gonna win again in what 7?
No, they won in 5 last time.
5.
5.
I have a question though for you.
I'm gonna say 6 or 7.
Jerdubs' line won by 1 goal in one of their games and played the third line on Sarnia, at least in my eyes, and beat them 12-5. I think that speaks volumes about what Jerdubs can do. I think once he comes up against competition, that line just doesn't produce like they do against bottom feeders.
I disagree with you, man. Jerdubs is good. You can't take away from him at all, but
I can, because my team went 21-4-2 after we got rid of him, so I will gladly fucking say that kid was a fucking cancer.
I'm still the defense of Flint is what's going to be the difference in this, and I think that Flint's going to surprise a lot of you guys. I'm firmly set on that. Is Flint is going to surprise some people.
Are you having Flint winning?
I'm the conductor of the bandwagon train for Flint. I'm not going to fucking lie. Flint has a really solid defense. Granted, they may not be as experienced as you guys think, but they're AHL, if not NHL defensively. I'm not going to lie.
Half of Saginaw's defense was NHL last season.
Yeah, so like Bobby said, I know Sabre, he's very experienced. He has a couple of AHL seasons as well with a former GM in season 6. So he knows what he's doing. He brings that veteran element over to Saginaw, which I'm scared that Flint lacks that, honestly. Because you have to remember, Puckstopper even really...
Nylander was so tired of losing in playoffs that he paired up with one of the best GMs last season. And I think this is their year they go to the Memorial, or at least get close. I think they go to third round. So I just don't think. I mean, here, hold on. I'm going down to their team real quick before I have to go.
Bye, Felicia.
Fuck you. Their defense, Nyrock, AHL defenseman last season. Karachi's a solid as fuck defenseman. Hacking the Greens is on fire. That's the second liner forward. Big Pete, solid defenseman. I mean, their team's just stacked. You have to remember Nylander scored a shit ton of goals and did not scrub hunt like Jerdubs' line did for the last 3 weeks. I mean, Jesus Christ! This is gonna be a blowout. It's gonna surprise a lot of you guys when you see what Saginaw can do.
It's not gonna be for Flint. It's not gonna be a 4-1. It's going to be 7 for Flint, and their defense is going to be the deciding factor.
Hold on.
Say it again.
We'll have to move on here.
Okay.
I gave Flint their defense. Okay.
Anyways,
over to Ralston.
Basically, the way I look at it is, I feel that with both teams having good strengths over the other. Like, one's got good offense, the other one's got better defense, and their goalies step up. Honestly, I feel like if Flint's offensive lines can step up in this series and basically show up to each game, I feel that Flint could win this in 6. Not taking anything away from Saginaw, it's the fact of Flint does have a better defense than Saginaw does. Now, the question is, can Flint's offense do what the Saginaw's offense can do, have to? Like, that's what I'm saying. If Flint can score and keep that momentum and the defense just stay as solid as they've been all season, then I think Flint could win this in 6.
Whale sleep. You're the last final prediction, man.
What was that?
You're the last
Never
prediction.
get a chance
Wake
to
up,
win
bro.
the playoff round. Anyways, with the Flint and Saginaw series, I think Saginaw comes out, then does damage and takes it to game 6. So I think Saginaw in 6.
Alright,
Although
Yeah.
Puckstopper has had a good season after having a season 7 of AGM, I think it was a good choice for him to come back as a GM this season. Definitely a product for the future.
and he had a switch of AGMs too. I know at first they had who was
Ribes.
it? Ribes. Yeah, they had Ribes at first and switched to Tiny. So I know that probably was a bit of a change for him too. And Flint's been solid. I do give him props. Same with Saginaw. Like Bobby said, Nylanders. He struggled in the playoffs in the past, but I think that him, Rowley, and that whole team, same with Flint, I think they both believe it's their year. It's very interesting to see the two of them be able to match up against each other. It'll be a close one for sure. And as well with all these series, I think that round 2 is really going to be interesting. I don't know if it'll live up to the hype of round 1, but it'll definitely be good. So anyways, I think that's all of our matchups actually. So does anybody have any final thoughts or words for the viewers?
I think I should get drafted in the IHL.
I don't think he
Get
can
better.
I don't think Swiss cheese needs to be drafted in the IHL.
I think we should all pitch in $2 apiece to make Whale fans switch his team to Whale Sweep.
Go hit the golf course.
Yeah.
I need to get back on the ice again.
I think you need to
I
stay
need
away
to pull
from
Michael
it.
Jordan and get back on the ice.
I think Major needs to be caddying for everybody.
Yes, he's the caddy.
Yeah, tea time at 10 tomorrow.
With Sport and I went golfing this weekend, and so he made was there as well. He was the caddy. I got a hole in one.
I actually wasn't there because I was game planning for our playoff
you were
series.
not
We
game planning.
advanced.
You were caddying. Don't worry.
No.
Hey
I
guys,
have
we
no
forgot
reason.
we forgot about the queue.
No, fuck the queue.
Oh wait,
The queue's
Sorry,
Everybody forgets about
I forgot. Nobody cares about the queue.
No, we're not talking about that.
I'll just go ahead and say this: Armada, Moncton. I'm going to say Huskies than Seahawks. That's all I'll say.
It's worthless.
Regardless,
My
they're not
predictions are
Huskies
teams are
strong.
going to win, teams are going to lose.
We're all gonna be hashtag
or
Huskies.
people are going to move on, people are going to cry, people are going to bitch.
My fourth line could beat the queue.
Dude, we can beat a lot of teams. What are you talking
That's fourth
about?
line. You mean like a TC line?
How about, boys?
No,
I'll talk to
well,
you.
Actually, no. My fourth line is 2 forwards or 2 defensemen playing center and right wing.
Oh wow.
That would be me and Nutmeg.
That's Ralston and Nutmeg, and then you got Blur playing left wing, and me and Louie playing defense, and then either Joe or Matt. Oh, we could beat the queue. Shit.
Let's put it this way: the last week I had more points than I had all season. So,
That's because you're a horrible defenseman.
so isn't your mom, but we all know that. Anyways,
My mom can't close her legs, dude. What the fuck are you talking about?
I know that. That's another show altogether. Anyways.
All right.
Anyways,
guys.
we're gonna wrap this up. Thank you to everyone that came out tonight. Thanks to all of our viewers. Thanks to everyone that pitched in into the effort. Best of luck to everyone in round 2. From Yo and the Q. Congratulations to everyone that was eliminated in round 1 on outstanding seasons. And for Dark, Rolston, Whalefan, Vodman, Simpson, and Marino. God, that was a mouthful. This is B Major signing out. Best of luck to everyone in round 2 and in the IHL.
Go Owen Sound.
Stay classy, everybody.
Go Ice Dog.